mother on the banana peel. He just waiting on this season to be over so he can leave the Lakers. Can Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves be your franchise guy to deliver a championship in the near future? And the answer is hell no, because neither one of those guys slide their feet defensively or are willing to play defense, and their defensive liabilities.
God bless Big Perk. In 25 seconds, he just took LeBron out of the Lakers with the, go ahead, Shanae, how does one respond to that?
So I sit next to Kendra Perkins every day on NBA Today, and he says that a number of times, and every time we all roll our eyes, we're like, what is that visual? 1 foot on the grave, 1 foot on the banana peel. But what he's trying to explain is that right now it's a lose-lose scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers, because in that small sample size of their big three, it just is not working on the court. And the way that I'm thinking about it today, maybe it's because we're up at the crack of dawn, but most teams have one sun. And then the planets revolve around that sun. You think about Wemby and the Spurs, you think about SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder, even Cade and the Detroit Pistons. It feels like the Lakers have multiple suns, and they don't know on a nightly basis who should take the lead. The obvious answer is Luka Dončić, having statistically one of his best offensive years. But when you have LeBron James, it automatically feels like you should defer to him in these moments. But he's 41 years old. And then you saw how Austin Reaves started off the year, and then the rhythm is a little bit different when he came back from injury. And so all of this confusion, what Perk is probably trying to allude to, is that they're going to have to decide when this goes around Luka, how do you build a roster that actually plays to his strengths? And then if LeBron James leaves, going to Cleveland, look at what Cleveland's doing right now without him. It's going to be fascinating to see how these next few months go in Lakerland.
If indeed LeBron does leave. Well, I'll give you that. I'll give you these as three options, Tim. Week one, day one, opening night of the 26-27 season, LeBron James is A, a Laker, B, on another team, or C, retired. Which do you choose?
I mean, it's B, and if you ask people around the league, as Shanae said, Cleveland is the most likely destination. Think of the storyline, the reunion, coming home again, the hometown kid, one last run, the retirement tour for the ages, being able to play for a contender. And look, in Los Angeles right now with the Lakers, LeBron James is a guest in his own home. He's not on the deed anymore. This is Luka Dončić's house, but they've got to remodel it. They've got to rebuild it. They can't do that with LeBron on the roster. It's about Luka, Austin Reaves as a number two. Then they've got to come and get pieces around them. They've got to get a rim protector. DeAndre Ayton ain't the answer. They've got to get defense and shooting around them. LeBron James does not fit with the Lakers' future. And I don't think LeBron's going to go out with a whimper here in LA. I do expect him to join a contender, and why not go back to his hometown team this summer?
So that would be obviously a fitting, on some level, storybook ending for him. Quickly, Shanae, on what the Lakers could look like beyond that. Tim just sort of touched on it here. How quickly do you think they could put the right pieces together?
Well, I feel like they have to do their homework 100%. And Tim, you saw the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Dončić leading them in the charge, trying to get to an NBA Finals. And obviously they had posts that were great rim protectors and people that put pressure on the rim. But the big issue was, having a smaller guard, particularly Kyrie Irving, as your number two offensively. And that was a large load also on Kyrie in the postseason. And so my question is, Austin Reaves, that could be a little bit of revisiting history with Luka alongside a small guard. I think they have to get a dominant wing that can help them on both ends of the floor on top of improving the post. That, to me, is looking at the history and saying, what can actually be the next step in helping Luka?
And maybe LeBron would find himself closer to a title by leaving than by staying in L.A. Guys, stay with me. We got much more basketball as we continue. But up next, is Jerry ready to show?
Wait, hold on a second. Are the critics already writing the ending of the Los Angeles Lakers story before the season is even over? Because on ESPN's Get Up, they just dropped a wild take saying LeBron James is basically on his way out of Los Angeles and that the future built around Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves can't win a championship. Really? Because if you're a Lakers fan right now, that should raise one big question. Are these analysts actually watching basketball or just chasing headlines? Let's slow this down for a second. Yes, LeBron is 41 years old. Yes, Luka's putting up incredible offensive numbers. And yes, the Lakers are clearly entering a moment where the franchise is transitioning toward a new era. But that doesn't mean the team is collapsing like some people want to suggest. In fact, if you look at the bigger picture, the Lakers might actually be in a stronger position than critics think. First, let's talk about Luka. When you have a superstar of his caliber, you already have the hardest piece of the championship puzzle. Luka has been one of the most dominant offensive forces in the league for years. He controls the pace of games, creates scoring opportunities for teammates, and puts constant pressure on defenses. That kind of talent is exactly what franchises build around. Now add LeBron James to that equation. Even at 41, he's still one of the smartest players the game has ever seen. His playmaking, leadership, and ability to control the tempo of games still impact winning. And if he stays in Los Angeles for the next chapter of this team, you're talking about a rare situation where a generational superstar is mentoring the next centerpiece of the franchise. Then there's Austin Reaves. People love to overlook him, but the guy has gone from undrafted player to one of the most reliable offensive guards on the roster. He scores, he facilitates, and he fits well next to star players because he doesn't need to dominate the ball. That's exactly the kind of complementary piece championship teams need. Now here's the part critics actually got right. The Lakers still need the right roster around their stars. Teams built around Luka historically succeed when they have rim protection, defensive wings, and shooters. We saw that formula work with the Dallas Mavericks during deep playoff runs. And if the Lakers' front office focuses on adding defense and interior presence, the team could quickly become much more balanced. And that's the key point. The Lakers aren't stuck, they're evolving. Whether LeBron stays for another run or eventually moves on, the franchise still has a superstar centerpiece in Luka Dončić and a valuable supporting player in Austin Reaves. Combine that with the Lakers' ability to attract talent and make roster moves, and suddenly the future doesn't look nearly as bleak as some analysts claim. So when people say the Lakers' future doesn't work, I honestly think they're missing the bigger picture. This franchise has rebuilt around superstars before, and history shows that when the Lakers have a foundation in place, things can change very quickly. But now, I want to hear from you, Lakers Nation. Do you think the next era of the Lakers should be built around Luka and Austin Reaves, or do you believe LeBron still has unfinished business in Los Angeles? Drop your opinion in the comments, hit the like button if you ride with the purple and gold, and subscribe to the channel for more Lakers updates. Because one thing is certain, the Lakers story is far from finished.